Now it's starting.
Body holding devices. In this section, you'll be able to identify the 2 accepted body holding devices for personal fall protection systems. Understand the hazards of body belts and their limited application in personal fall protection systems. Understand the working specifications, parameters for full body harnesses. Comprehend the different harness classes and their applications. Understand the basics of harness construction and appreciate the importance of properly fitting a full body harness. The 2 accepted body holding devices are the body belt and the full body harness. The body belt encircles the body at the waist. This is the first body holding device that they gave me when I started working just about 30 years ago. Are these still legal in British Columbia? So are they still legal? Yes, but for travel restraint only. You cannot use these for fall arrest. I honestly haven't been on a site since 1998 that's allowed their use on site. So never wear the body holding device, the body belts in a fall arrest system, and even if your jurisdiction allows them, probably better go with the full body harness. You can use them for either application. So let's talk about the full body harness. A body holding device includes shoulder, chest, and leg straps. Some of the design characteristics: adjustability allows for secure fit. Better distribution of rest forces, upright suspension position, longer suspension time before medical complications arise. One of the drawbacks to the full body harnesses, they do take time to adjust and they do need training in order for you to wear them properly. So, a few things to watch out for. Selecting a harness of improper size can cause serious injury. Whenever somebody's complaining about their harness to me, usually it's the wrong size for their body. If you're buying your own harness, try a few on. If it's your employer, your selection will be limited. Get a harness that fits you. Failure to properly adjust the harness each time it's donned can result in serious injury. Now, how tight should your leg straps be? The standard that we used to use for the longest time was take your hand through flat, make a fist, and you pull your fist through, it's too loose. Your hand through flat, make a fist, pull your fist through, it's too loose. Some people have a hard time reaching across their body, so the leg straps, the manufacturer says that they have to be snug. And attaching the connector to the incorrect point on the harness can result in serious injury. In general, the D-ring you hook up to is your dorsal D-ring on your back. There are some situations where you hook up to the sternum D-ring, and we'll talk about those in a few minutes here. So there are 5 classes of harness. We have the A, the D, the L, the E, and the P. All harnesses have the dorsal D-ring. So in essence, harnesses can all be used for arrest. This is an arrest only because this one has the dorsal D-ring. So the D-rings between your shoulders on your back. Then we have the descent control. This is one where you wear it descending a zip line or a geronimo line on a drilling rig. This hooks into your grab on your zip line or your geronimo line, but you still have to be tied off to your dorsal D-ring. This takes your weight. This is for fall arrest. So if this fails, you still have to be tied off to your fall arrest. Then we have the ladder climb. This is for a rigid rail grab or a cable grab. What will happen is you'll be climbing up the ladder, and you hook into the sternum D-ring, and as you're climbing up the ladder, this comes with you. Then if you fall, you just fall a couple inches into the ladder. This is one of the only times you'd use this sternal D-ring for fall arrest. Then you have the Class E. In addition to the dorsal D-ring on this one, you have these two shoulder D-rings. That way, if you're in a manhole, you have a spreader bar up there and a Type 3 self-retracting lanyard hooked to a davit arm or a tripod, and they can just winch you out. Then we have Class P, the positioning. In addition to the dorsal D-ring, you have these two hip D-rings. These take the place of your hands. So if you're on a structure, you don't have to hold on to the structure and do your work. You see rod busters and people like that use them. Rod busters will typically have a chain that's hooked to here in a Y with a hook over there. However, they still have to be hooked up to their dorsal D-ring for fall protection. The positioning straps or the positioning chains don't take the place of fall protection. Or for fall arrest rather. Harness can be made out of a few things. Nylon, polyester, or the aramids. Kevlar, Nomex, or Technora. Nice part about the aramids are that they are heat resistant. So if you're working welding or things like that, you can use a Kevlar harness that will reduce the damage that it would suffer. Also, you see that with electrical workers. I had a student a little while ago. He works on high tension power lines, and he has a Kevlar harness custom made for him because it's heat and electrical resistant. The buckles. You can have nice clip like so. Hook it on, push it through, let it go, pull these two little clips up, disconnects like so. These are really good, but however, in the winter, they tend to get frozen up. So, in the winter, up north where it's really cold, down here in the interior, they're actually really good. Tongue buckle, it's just like wearing a belt. Also, you might notice that on a well-built harness, it goes from one color to another color. So you notice this one goes from black to red. This one goes from pink to black. So the tongue buckle, it just works just like a belt. Then you have the pass-through buckle. What happens with this one is you have that open bit there, and then you pass this bit through there, and it locks it into place. And again, you notice this one goes from blue to yellow. That's a pretty good indication that you're hooking into the right spot. Sizing can depend on your body. It could be universal. Hopefully you can fit it to yourself. It could be anywhere from extra small to double extra large. Or as I mentioned with that one electrical worker, you can get your harnesses custom made. His harness, all the metal components have been covered with rubber so it doesn't conduct electricity, and some of the D-rings have been replaced with cloth. So if you have the money, you can get yourself a custom made harness. Impact indicators. Some harnesses have an impact indicator. This is an impact indicator. If this harness were to have an impact, or something were to have a fall in there, this would pull open, and then there would be a little sign in there saying, do not use a harness, or some indication thereof. That way, if you have a fall, you know if the harness has been damaged in the fall. Some harnesses have them, some harnesses don't. This one has them. This one not so much. So taking time to properly fit your harness is important. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions, and we'll do the harness fitting in section 11 a little bit later on in the day.